Hello YouTube, what's happening? S99 here. I just wanted to make a quick video about the build that I've been running, and why I think it's the best build that you can make at the moment in the game. What I'm running is, if we just go over to my equipment info, I'm running the Gore helmet and Gore legs so that we get the set bonus. So it gives you frenzy at the start of every fight, no matter if you're fighting Gore or not. When you overcome it, you get 10% affinity. I think the skill's broken right now, or antivirus is broken rather, which gives you an extra bonus affinity after that as well. We've got the arc veiled waist, arc veiled chest, and the guardian arc veiled gauntlets, which are pretty good. And then I'm running the mighty charm as well, which gives me 2 points in maximum might, which I think is probably one of the best skills in the game at the moment. It gives you so much affinity for just having full stamina. So I'm running in as much critical eye and crit boost as I can fit, really, whilst also keeping this skill, Master's Touch, which I think is just incredibly powerful on charge blades if you're playing the Savage Axe playstyle, where you're just, pizza cuttering the monster as much as you can. And obviously with weakness exploit here, with the crit boost and the crit eye, we're getting over 70, 80, almost 90% affinity on weak spots, and then we're hitting the 100% cap on wounds, which obviously will make the mount finishers incredibly powerful, and just general attacks onto wounds incredibly powerful. And this thing, I've killed Raydal in under 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes, the tempered version. So this is incredibly powerful, and it's super fun to play as well. I think the biggest issue with Chargeblade right now is actually just the camera. If you're playing on controller, trying to hold down, the B button or the attack button as the pizza cutter hits the monster, and then trying to also move the camera. Like, I'm using my left hand, I'm playing on controller, and I'm using my left thumb to reach over to my right thumbstick to move the camera around as I'm holding down the attack buttons to get that bonus. So yeah, and then that's the biggest challenge. So getting back to the build, there's actually a lot of one slots that I don't really know what to do with, because the build is super powerful without having like adept, shockproof, and the quick sheath skills. Even the flinch 3, I've got just a couple of points of flinch free here. If there were guard skills that you could put on the armor, I would, because charge blade or like artillery or even load shells, I could probably easily, pop in. And the reason why I haven't gone for load shells is, once you're in the pizza cutter mode and you've got the empowered files, you don't, once you get there, it's kind of, load shells is kind of pointless because you're doing all the damage at that point. It just takes longer to get to the empowered files. That's the only difference, really. But the damage that you gain from having crit boost and critical eye instead of load shells outweighs the fact that you can't that you can't just shortcut into empowered shells, basically, which is cool. So the other thing that I wanted to do today is find Alma, because she always just runs off. She's over here. And we're going to do the event quest, because my armor is actually not fully upgraded yet. As you see, I've got a food buff right now, so I've got 385 armor, but this should be well over 400, which I will be doing with this new event quest, which is going to be very helpful. Tongue-tied. It's just a Chatacabra, so it's going to be really flipping easy, but it gives you armor spheres, so that's what we want. We want armor spheres. So as we begin, I think this is going to be a quest that I'm going to run sort of a few times. It depends what level of armor spheres we get from this. Let's just quickly kill this guy. The Savage Axe is just so much fun. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, as you can see, it's this happens with Raidal and Arcveld as well. You just build up so much stun, get the knockdown because you're slicing their feet, and then you get the stun, and then you hit the wounds, which then gives another knockdown. And then if they leave, you just grab a wound. And he's gone. And obviously it's a Chatacabra, so it's really easy. But this works with so many of the monsters in high rank. This weapon is just unbelievably powerful. If they ever try and leave, or they haven't had a knockdown in a while because maybe you can't quite reach the head, you just grab a wound and they'll fall over or get stunned, or it would just give you enough time to build up enough power. Like even now, like that's 57% affinity without even hitting, without weakness exploit. And it's gonna really help with upgrading. Look at that. We've got the rest of our upgrades to go, which is nice. Getting the upgrades in, which is pretty nice.
Now that's a good choice.
Yes, that's everything from me. Make sure you check out the Tempered Chatacabra quest. It's going to give you loads of ideas, and it's only going to take sort of 3 minutes a hunt. And if you want, you can use this build. It's a very good build. It's pretty much the only build that's good now. Well, the game's kind of easy, so any build really works, but there's not really much different you can use from this that's going to give you even more DPS. Obviously, that you can use different jewels. Everything's optional, really. It's just that I quite like having the 3 burst, the 3 antivirus, the 3 maximum might, and the 5 weakness exploit. They're kind of like the 3 most important ones for me. And then critical and critical boost just exasperates that damage and makes it even more potent. You know, in some situations that's going to be doubling your damage on weak points, so that's pretty potent. And then also Master's Touch as well. That's a huge buff to the chainsaw mode, because you lose sharpness so fast that Master's Touch is just going to keep you in that white sharpness the entire hunt. You don't need to stop and sharpen. Like, you're going to be in white sharpness the entire hunt, so it's super powerful there. Anyway, that's going to be everything from me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.